Hey guys, Tyler here. This is day 3 of my 30-day vlog challenge. I'm going to try to vlog every day for 30 days. And today I want to talk a little bit about Monsanto. It's a pretty controversial topic, and everybody seems to have an opinion on Monsanto one way or the other. But I don't know what I want to ask is actually a question that my teacher brought up, where he asked us, "Is Monsanto evil?" And he said, before you answer this, let's take a look at whether our opinion on or whether our answer is based upon opinion or if it's actually backed up with evidence. And let's make sure that we don't just have strong opinions on certain aspects of our reality when we haven't actually done the research to determine whether or not our opinion actually checks out. So I thought that was a pretty interesting question to bring up, especially because it was in our sustainable agriculture class, and where I go to school, it's considered a liberal it's a liberal school in a liberal town in a liberal state, and generally there's a lot of people who have a strong opinion about Monsanto and GMOs and corporations, and so it was a nice thought experiment to say, is Monsanto evil? And when you think about a question like that, it eventually almost becomes impossible to answer, because it's like, well, first off, Monsanto, I mean, it's a corporation. It's not. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the people who work for Monsanto? Are we talking about the things that are done, by the people who work for Monsanto? Certainly there's people who are probably not evil who work for Monsanto, who, just want to get on with their lives, and they need a job, so they work for Monsanto for money, and that's what they do. And so it's interesting, because it's like, well, what is Monsanto? What is this thing that we've come to associate with being bad and evil? And why is it that that we have this opinion? And do any of us actually understand any of the evidence pointing towards Monsanto being evil? And it's cool to investigate our opinions like that, and see whether or not we are interfacing with our world based on facts about reality, or if we've created a story or an image or an idea of things in our world, in our minds, but haven't taken the effort and time to actually match up our self-created opinion about reality with the thing that we're actually concerned with. So, it's personally, I don't understand GMOs. I don't know enough about chemistry and biology to know, whether or not consuming genetically modified foods is harmful to people, for example. But um, there's certain business practices that Monsanto has undertaken which seem unfair, um, in terms of being monopolistic. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Um, or contri- contributing to the control of people who use Monsanto's products. Um, so, and then there's all sorts of concerns with biodiversity decreasing as a result of Monsanto's business practices. But when we get down to it, asking the question, is Monsanto evil, doesn't seem to really um, attack the, get to the bottom of the real problem. And I'd almost rather ask, are we evil for allowing a society, an economy to exist which doesn't take into consideration the highest possible quality of life for all people and all animals and all plants, and reduces pollution to the extent possible and ensures resources are available to everyone who needs them, and doesn't compromise ecosystems or the environment or the health of people or animals. And so, for all intents and purposes, Monsanto, until a judge tells them otherwise, are operating within the um, legal bounds which our society has given the okay for. So it's tempting to place blame on Monsanto, the corporation, but it's we have to be careful to make sure that we're not pointing fingers when each one of us is personally capable of standing up and saying, the entire way our food is produced and businesses are allowed to run, and business practices are allowed to go unchecked regardless of their harmful effects. I don't stand for that anymore. And so we need to take a look at ourselves and really see if what we allow as ourselves as society, including Monsanto and those people associated with Monsanto, um, whether that's going to create an outcome that's best for everyone involved. And it's not like it's any small group of people or any corporation or any government that is the cause of our problems. It's all of us. And so we need to make sure that when we ask the question, are we evil, there's nothing left in what we've accepted and allowed and how we've decided to set up society and law and business and all these institutions which function to sustain life, we need to make sure that we've done what it takes so that when the time comes, we can answer that question. No, we aren't evil. We've done our best, and we've created a world that's worth living in for all of its inhabitants. Thanks.